So last week we had a playtest session for Dennis's shooter game, and we made a tournament. I was very bad at this, but it was a lot of fun. And Dennis is going to talk about it.
Last week I made like a tournament in his house. Here's some footage of that, and I wanted to talk about like what I have learned just watching my game being played for the first time, and what changes I'm now doing to the game in order to make it better. The first thing, the first line of input I got from the players immediately was that it's kind of hard to aim, which is no surprise when you're playing with a controller. So obviously, because I want this game actually to be very friendly to beginners and not rely on like your aiming ability that much, I thought, okay, let me just tweak this. So what I now implemented is sort of a magnet in your, at least when you're playing with a gamepad, your crosshair will automatically kind of like gravitate to the pawns of the game. So here you can see how it works. I have like this main trace, which is detecting players, and this main trace also tells the projectile in which direction it should go. So as long as you aim like within this radius, your projectile will always hit the player. But beyond this radius, there's also like a second radius, which is like this magnet effect, so that when you or the other player starts moving around, it will try to track ever so slightly. And yeah, in a couple of days, I would like to do another playtest then and see like how people react to that, because also like this kind of system, there are like a lot of variables that you can tweak to make it more to make the tracking heavier or weaker. So another problem that I noticed in the playtest was like the dodging mechanic they're building, which is like this roll. And basically, as long as you're constantly rolling, you are moving faster than normal walking, which was not actually the intended effect of the mechanic. So I tried to balance that out. And I did it note so that it has a cooldown. So pretty much after the second roll, the cooldown timer is getting increased, and it gets harder and harder, to do the next roll. And also after the roll, while the first time when you are performing the roll, the first couple of like milliseconds, you actually accelerate forwards, but when you land on the ground, you actually break down. Mm-hmm. So you can be easier punished if you just spam it. Yeah, another thing, because people complain that it's so hard to see if you actually hit somebody. Mm-hmm. So what I now implemented is this, I guess, which is a common in modern shooters, is damage, whatever you call it. It just it is balanced in a way that it not shows you the damage of your every single projectile, but the damage that you have done on a pawn, over a time of like 1 second. And so what it does. So here I'm playing with a controller, and just I think it's a good showcase now. It's much easier to aim and hit people, and especially with this weapon, there's this explosive one, because it's designed to kill people like in 2 hits. With now having like this damage output, you can actually see you can make an estimate how much health the player has left, and it's gonna feel much better for the player now to actually judge and make decisions. Yes, so that's it. Any questions?
Okay, a question about the control scheme. So if you plan on having auto aim, do you want to bind it to a separate controller button, or is it going to be just automatic?
So far, I want it to be automatic. Like it's going to be like a main part of the game. Mm-hmm. I want it to be more casual and beginner friendly.
So do you have a plan to have like aim down sights mode, or just having this kind of view?
No, it's going to be this view all the time. Okay.
Thanks.